Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Yvonne Beals, and I'm the Chief Education Officer for the Center for Urban Excellence. I'd like to welcome you all to Workforce Wednesday. We have one more week left, so thank you all to who have been participating in this fall's cohort. We have another dynamic individual that's going to present to you this evening, and I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Orlando Graham. Orlando Graham is a charismatic leader and the driving force behind the Boys and Girls Empowerment Group, a nonprofit organization founded in 2020 in Vallejo, his hometown. With a vision rooted in his community upliftment, Orlando has dedicated his life to providing vital resources and recreational opportunities to low-income youth and their families. Raised in Vallejo, Orlando is not just the founder and CEO of the Boys and Girls Empowerment, he is a father and a grandfather who is fully invested in fostering a thriving future for his community. His journey with Boys and Girls Empowerment began with a simple basketball tournament 25 years ago, a venture that quickly evolved into a comprehensive empowerment movement. The Boys and Girls Empowerment now offers a wide array of services, including after-school programs, food banks, and a variety of community-led events, all aimed to enrich the lives and create positive change in the community. Orlando's unwavering commitment to his community shines through his ability to mobilize resources and collaborate with a lot of organizations throughout the Solano County. His leadership ensures that vital services such as health fairs, tutoring, holiday celebrations are all accessible and, more importantly, free. His dedication to service has touched the lives of hundreds, if not thousands, of families in Vallejo, providing them with the support and resources and a sense of belonging and rooted deeply in his community. Without further ado, we'd like to welcome you, Mr. Graham, to Workforce Wednesdays, and we are really privileged to have you with us this evening. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, and you can tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm Orlando Grimm, like she said, the founder of Boys and Girls Empowerment Group. Like she said, I started this thing about 25 years ago with a basketball tournament in 98. And when I did that tournament, I think I was charging $5. And I think one of the kids said, "Oh, my mom's not going to pay." And he walked away from the thing. And I said, "Oh, man, I was just playing." So I thought from that point on that if a kid couldn't pay $5, that nobody could pay $5, and I didn't want to turn any kids away. So that's why all of our programs down there at the Boys and Girls Empowerment Group is free, because of that one little kid, and his mom probably wasn't going to pay the $5. So I thought, it's going to be a lot of kids like that, and I can afford it. So let me go ahead and just pay the $5 for these kids and make this organization a little better. I never thought about doing a nonprofit, but I always wanted to do stuff for kids. So that's been my drive. Kids is my drive. Just making sure that they have programs and things that I had when I was a kid. Uh, I wasn't one of those kids that didn't have anything. I was one of the spoiled kids that got pretty much everything. I'm not saying my mom and dad did it, but once my brother got out of school, he took care of me. So I was on the page of where I wanted a kid to have everything that I had, and I wanted none of the kids to be, without. And I know it's a lot of parents out there that has to pay their bills and things like that. So that's what led me to the point of saying, well, let me start this. And so once I did the basketball tournament, that led into the Easter program, where we were just giving Easter baskets and having a barbecue for the community. And then once that community thing got going, it's been going probably since 2010. We started the Easter thing, and then from there it just started to getting bigger and bigger to different things, and just putting myself in different atmospheres. And I think around 2018, an organization came and asked could they join, And I was like, yeah, come on over and join. That brought a little structure to my Easter program. And from there, I went from the Easter program to other programs because I joined that organization. And then from there, it just took off. It just took off. Now it's what is it? A food bank. We have a food bank here that we serve food twice a week, Saturdays and Thursdays from 10 to 12. We had we have another program that we help with families with their with furniture if they need it, different items like that, maybe Pampers and baby milk and things like that. Then we have another program. Well, we have a lot of programs. I mean, Christmas, Thanksgiving, we give out 100 meals for both of those holidays. Black History Month, we're doing some Black History with paintings and different things like that. Uh, we have we have a thing we call Safety Day. Safety Day is basically to get the community together and talk about how we can keep our kids safe and keep our community safe and the things like that. So that's coming up in January. We also do backpack giveaways. We do a mentoring thing with fishing trip, one-on-one fishing with the kids. We also do the Easter program that I was talking about still. That's one of our biggest programs, that and Christmas. And we also do, with the Christmas and Thanksgiving, is usually a health fair. We have a health fair where we have Toro University. We team up with them and they come out, take your blood pressure, check your diabetes, give the, what is that, the vaccine now for the COVID vaccine. We do different things. We with the homeless, we go out once a month and feed the homeless and take them toiletries and clothes and different things, tents and backpacks and whatever. Just a lot of different items that we take out there. We just don't go out there, hand them some food and run off and leave. We stay there with them. We talk to them. We find out what they need and different things like that. And that's one of the things I don't do is I don't well, our organization, we will not take pictures. We won't do any promoting of it because I don't think we should capitalize off some misfortune, unfortunate, I should say. And then we also, our mentorship program is good. We have a men's program that we're starting, that we're going to start, and we're going to be going around Vallejo. We're going to be touring around Vallejo. We have a couple of people that have been to prison. Well, probably about 4 or 5 people that have been to prison. I have a few people that have never been in trouble in their life, and then we have a couple of homeless people that's going to be on our board, and we have myself and a couple of my staff members, and we're going to talk about our experiences in life. You know, about what we would have did and different things like that. What would we change about what the route we went? You know, and just showing them all different parts of life because our young men need it now. You know, and then we also have a summer program and different things like that. But we're going to explore a lot of different things this year. You know, with the help of Miss Raina. But it's a it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff that we do, and I'm trying to compact it into this 20 minutes, but it's gonna be hard.
Yes. Well, I got a good question to piggyback on that because you do a lot. So can you give
Yes.
like maybe a couple examples of what your day-to-day looks like as a executive director of a nonprofit? So what does that look like for somebody who's not versed
Uh,
in
it's so basically what it is the day to day for me is well, I think I put it out there the other day. It's long days and short nights. So I'm up all morning long. I probably get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I just start thinking. I'm in my office at 8 o'clock and trying to just put together some programs. And then also while I'm putting together these programs, I also got to find money. So all day long, it's just a hassle with this. And by the time right now, by the time 2 o'clock come, we're gearing up and we're trying to get ready for the kids to come in for the after school program. And then once they get here, we're trying to figure out what food we're gonna feed them, because most of the kids that come, they're hungry. So it's an all day thing, and basically the morning is filled with just trying to figure things out. Like now is our busiest season. Uh, how many turkeys we need, how much food we need. So a lot of things with that 100 with the 100 boxes that we're making. I want to make sure everything get taken care of early. I don't want it to be, oh, the 17th, and then we're still trying to put boxes together and things like that for Thanksgiving. So if we're gonna do 100, so we're gonna start that probably first thing next week, and then have them ready by the 18th.
Okay, thank you. So we heard a little bit about like what inspired you to become an executive director. If someone had to say list 3 skills that you need to be successful in that position, what would they be?
So I would think patience is the first skill. You got to be patient with this, and if one of the things that I think is you can't be money motivated to be in the position that I am, and you have to have dedication. You have to be dedicated to the things you do, because right now this is a volunteer organization. It's just strictly volunteers. We're not to the stage where we're getting paid yet. And I think I've been doing this for the last 5 years, 3 years with the nonprofit, and I'm still not getting paid. But we get donations and things like that, and some of the people that I have volunteering, they get stipends. You know what I'm saying? But it's not enough to say, oh, they're getting paid. They're getting stipends. So if you're money motivated, I wouldn't think that this is a thing to do. You got to be patient, and you got to be dedicated to this what you're doing.
So in alignment, where you're talking about money, so we're gonna keep talking about money. So you had mentioned that like you got long days and
Hey,
half of it
Mom.
is filled with programming, and then the other half is filled with trying to get donations. What are some of the ways that you do get donations to support the organization?
So I'm probably kind of known right now because I've been so consistent at what I'm doing. So I have a lot of people dropping off checks, not a lot, maybe 50, 100. Well, I got a $500 check the other day. And then I do fundraisers. We did a barbecue the other day where we sold barbecue. Uh, we're trying to get grants. We're pushing for grants, and we got one grant probably in June, and we're just trying to keep getting grants and different things like that. But I'm a hustler, so I get out there and I talk to my friends, and I tell them what I need. And my friends is pretty good because they kind of respect what I do, and they understand that these kids need things. So I'm hustling every day to try to get money to make sure this rent is paid, the PG&E is paid, insurance paid. So it's a lot of different ways. It's not just one way. It's the friends that really support me. The community is starting to support me even more. The fundraisers for the barbecues and different things like that. And that's pretty much how we're surviving right now.
So you talked about being a hustler. So I know you have a trade also. Can you
Yes.
tell us a little bit about your trade and why it's important to have both?
So my trade is I remodel homes. I remodel homes since probably since '98, and it's important to have that trade because right now it's like I did a trade. I did a house. I just finished a house last month, and I started in June, and it was an $80,000 job. So that $80,000 job will take me into to next year, so I don't have to work until next year. And it's like the people that I hired, I probably grossed about maybe 50,000 off the job in 4 months. So that right there just made me not have to work. And if you don't have one of those jobs to support you and you're doing this, it's going to be long days and long nights. You're going to be trying to figure out how you're going to pay for stuff. So it's a lot of this is very important because I spend a lot of my money on this this organization. So I'm I think I've been blessed with the skills, and I'm trying to keep the skills out there for other people and stuff. So I want to make sure that if I can teach somebody something, that we grab them when we teach them these trades, because everybody can't just sit here and run an organization and don't get paid.
Okay, thank you. So what are so you talked about like the hustle, fundraising, which is definitely development and fundraising. It is a hustle for show, and still working to get those grants so you guys have a foundation. What other challenges do you face being an executive director of a nonprofit, and how do you overcome them?
So some of the challenges is finding good people, finding good people to be in your organization, and knowing who's not for the organization and the qualities of the people. And right now, I think I've went through a lot of people, and now I think I have a solid team. You know, because I think everybody is on the same page as me. They know they're coming in, and they know there is no pay, so they're coming in with their heart. And I haven't heard anybody complain. There's people taking responsibilities, and just the people that I used to have and the people that I have now, I see I see a difference. I see a total difference, and I see the drive that everybody has. You know, just one of the people was up at 5 o'clock in the morning, making orders for Thanksgiving. So that right there showed me that there's a lot of drive. And then coming here to the office, and we have a guy drive from Concord every day just to come in here and be the director of these kids. So finding the right people is probably the best thing ever, because it takes a lot of responsibility off of me as a CEO. And it's like I did it all by myself for a long time. And now it's like that big sign of relief there is like great. So that's what I think.
So how do you use creativity and problem solving in your work?
So being so I think what I do is I get the people the people that I have around me is creative. Like the director of programs, he does our shirts. He's creative. He also does our flyers. He does a lot of different things like that. And then me
Shout
being
out to Sean. He did all of our
yes,
printed stuff.
Sean is creative. Just like a minute ago, he was in there trying to figure out different programs that he want to do for the kids. So that's being creative there. And then we also have uh Juanica that does the homeless stuff, with the clothes and the bags. It's just different things. The people that I have that's on my team is creative. I don't know if I'm that creative. Only thing I think I'm creative about is getting a program and figuring out what the kids need, what the community needs. That's the creativeness I bring to the table. Is I know what we need to do in the community, and I know it's a lot of ethics to say, well, we don't have the funds to do that. Where are we gonna get the funds from? And all I would say is, I don't know. And I'll tell him, you get the funds. And Essex go out and he gets the funds. And just now we had the barbecue. Uh, Juanica, Sean, Mel, Cedar, they all got together and they figured out we're gonna do a barbecue. So I didn't have anything to do with the barbecue. They set everything up. I just went and got the stuff, and then boom, the barbecue was successful. And we didn't have anything left. Everybody said it was good. It was positive. So that's the creativity we have. We have a lot of good people on our staff, and they're bringing the creativity, and I'm just smiling and taking all of the good stuff,
He's so funny.
I'm happy because it's not me. It's not just me. Before it was me, and now I can say, man, I can take a deep breath and say, man, these people are taking care of me now. Me
Mhm.
was taking care of the community. Now I have people taking care of me, so we can take care of the community.
Okay, well, I like how you said that, so I'm gonna go a little bit off script with this one, since
Hmm.
it's the Fostering Resilience Workforce Program. So you talked about, all the pressure and needing to take a breath. What other things do you do for self-care?
You know, self care.
Mhm,
I'm gonna start doing self care. I
mhm,
know me and my girl went to Hawaii. We went to Hawaii, and then
mhm.
it's been since Hawaii, it's been just program after program after program after program. There really is no self care for me. I know. I said I'm gonna start doing at least one day a week. I know we go to bingo, and we go up to Calusa, and we sit up there and just relax for the whole day. We spend a whole Sunday up there just relaxing and gambling and sitting there playing bingo like old people, and and that's my
That's fun.
relaxation. It's my
Yep.
relaxation too, because I don't have to worry about the phone ringing, because the phone don't ring inside of there,
Mhm.
and I don't have to worry about nothing. It's like we so far away, and it's like even if something did happen, oh, I'm not going to jump up and run because it's going to take me 2 hours to get home. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Well,
jump up and run. So
well, that
that's
sounds like
it.
a self-care practice to me,
Yes,
is being able to disconnect and being able to recharge doing something you enjoy doing.
yeah. But I
Okay.
haven't did it in a few months, but I need to do it. I'm setting up for this week.
Okay,
Hmm.
so we talked about money already. So, and how we getting some money. We're gonna get to the money, get some more funding coming in. But what
Hmm.
are some other like benefits and perks of being a nonprofit director?
So my perks,
Yes. What's the
my perks
benefits
is
of your job?
my benefits and perks. I'm different than everybody else. My benefits and perks come from the smiles I put on people's faces, the kids and stuff like that. That's my perk. When I come up and I see some kids and they see me and they recognize me, and the first thing they do is run up and hug me, that means I touched their life. You know what I'm saying? So even the people that we give food to, when I'm coming out here on a Thursday or a Saturday, because I'm not in the food program no more, I got somebody running that program. The people greet me, and they greet me with smiles, and they talking to me and different things like that. That's mine. That's it for me. That's what I love. You know what I'm saying? I love putting the smiles on people's face. So it's not the money, it's none of that stuff for me. That right there is my gratification. I love
Oh, look at you smiling.
it. That's it. That's it.
Yes.
That's what I get. I get it. I love it, and then I just go from there. I don't want to. I don't want nothing else. I don't. I mean, it'd be good to get paid, but that right there shows I'm in a position where I can help people. I can help people in my neighborhood. I can help people in Vallejo. And, I see it said help people in Vallejo. Man, I go to Fairfield. I go to Sacramento. I've been to Stockton. I done been to Frisco, uh, Richmond, Oakland. We go everywhere just to make sure that our people are taken care of. And it's not just our people, it's everybody. It's like I share my love with everybody. And one thing I do think that I keep with me, I think every kid in the world is my kid. So I will put my life on the line for any kid in the world. So it's like it's not a color, it's not a race, it's none of that. It's a kid. I look at everybody the same. So that's my whole life right there.
Okay, I got one more question before we open it up to for anyone else has any questions. So y'all can start dropping y'all questions in the chat box or thinking of it if you want to come off mute. But the last question is, what advice would you give to us if we were interested in becoming an executive director at the Boys and Girls Empowerment Group? Oh, it's a two-part. And do you have any internships available for people? So the first part is, what advice would you give us if we were interested in starting our own nonprofit? And then also, do you have any internships?
So, like I said before, it's when you start your own nonprofit, is people tell me this all the time. It's your baby, so you have to take care of it. Like you got to nurture it and take care of it, just like it's a growing baby. You got to grow that baby up to be what it's supposed to be in your eye. You got to raise that up. You can't just sit back and want other people to do it. Everybody don't have your passion. So when you're a CEO, you have to do it yourself. You have to do it yourself to make sure that baby comes up the right way. And that's what I've been doing. I've been nurturing, and now it's blossoming into the things that I want it to be right now. So that right there. And then internships, well, we have a lot of different opportunities where people come out and like we have people from the high schools come out and do their little volunteer hours and stuff with the food program and things like that. And then I don't know. I haven't did any real internships yet. But
Well, don't worry. That's why you got us. So if
yes,
anybody is interested, we could definitely hook that up.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
I saw a
thank you.
question talking about how I keep my head so shiny.
You know who that is? You see who that is?
Yeah, that was Elijah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
Yeah.
prepare for the future.
Yeah. Yeah, when you cut them dreads off, you'll be all right. Just get in the hot room and let it sweat a little bit. It's hot in here.
All right. So we can open it up for questions, and I can also if Yvonne's available, I can pass it back to Yvonne to see if we have any questions.
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. I'm sure you're like the godfather of Vallejo and or the big uncle or and a father to many, I'm sure. So
Yes.
we are grateful to have you and as one of the pillars serving our community, especially our families of color. Does anyone have any questions that they'd like to ask Mr. Graham? How do you find time for it all?
Well, I don't know. Most of the time I make time because I also took a job where I work for a thing called Advanced Peace. So I have to make time to do my little part-time job with Advanced Peace and do this. So I have certain days that I do Advanced Peace on Mondays and Fridays. So I do that with them and then maybe a few hours out today. So I just make time. I just put things in my head that I want to do and I just keep there and I just say, forget it. This today, I'm going to do this. And that's what I've been doing. Like today, I knew I was going to do this. So I was trying to get prepared for you guys. And then I said, well, I don't need to get prepared, but I did. I wrote a lot of stuff down. It's just making time for what you love to do.
What do you do for Advanced Peace?
So Advanced Peace is we try to curb the gun violence. We curb the gun violence in Vallejo by talking to the people that's actively shooters. We call them shooters because they're out there shooting their guns and doing stuff like that. So it's my job to go in and talk to people that I see or that I know that are shooters in Vallejo. So I walk up to people probably on a daily with guns in their hands and guns in their waist and things like that and talk to them and try to get them to get in our program. We have an 18-month program to try to get you to do something better with your life. And so it's a lot of talking to different people, and basically we're cops without being cops, and we can't even talk to the police. We don't use the police or nothing. We use our street knowledge to get to the kids out here, which are probably mainly from about 13 years old to 18 years old. And we have seen a little bit of older people, but that's what we do.
Wow, well, that it's within itself needs to be commended. So we
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because that's where, I mean, it's a lot of stuff going around in the streets.
And we need it.
Um,
We need it. I
yeah.
turned the job down for a year, and then I finally figured out that it wasn't no stuff to where I was going to be involved with the police and talking about the kids, telling the police what's going on and stuff like that. So that's why I got involved with it. I see it's a way of uh, a community leader helping their community, not only
Mhm.
just the community, helping Vallejo. And I know a couple of weeks ago we saved about 3 lives. We probably
Wow.
saved more than that because it was 3 lives involved, but we was able to talk to
The
guys and
residual
putting
of
their
that.
guns
Yeah.
up. So yeah, yeah.
Wow. Well, that
So
needs to be praised. Thank you for that.
mhm.
Does anyone have any questions or comments? We are a little over 6. I want to be respectful of everybody's time, but we do have time for questions, so we want to allow you all to do so if you have any. Okay. Thank you for all you do and your team. Thank you for making a difference. So that was one of the compliments that you received. Um, And
Mhm.
I'm sure our hearts are as big as yours just to be able to to receive your information today and knowing that you are available. So if any of the families, family members that need services, please refer them to the Boys and Girls Empowerment Group.
Yes.
And there is
We love
help available.
referrals. We love referrals, especially on the furniture thing and stuff like
Hmm.
that. Pampers, milk, food, whatever.
Hmm.
We keep an unlimited supply of food in our office. So if families need food, please tell them to come down here, and we'll take care of them.
Awesome.
We're open on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but if somebody hungry, we open every day.
Okay. Like by
Okay?
appointment, you have to call
Just
or
call
just
me.
drop in? Okay.
If I'm in here, I'm gonna give you food. But the key word is I'm hungry, because
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't tell me you hungry or you need it, I'm gonna be like, oh, we do it on what is that, Saturday? I mean
Okay.
Saturday. We do it on Thursday. But if somebody said they're hungry, then that's we need food now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it now.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. Well, again, thank you again for all that you do and for blessing the Workforce Wednesdays program for the Center for Urban Excellence. Those of you that are on the call, I would like to put up the evaluation. So, Mr. Graham, thank you so much for your time
Okay.
and
Thank
have a
you.
great evening.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm going to share my screen so that you all can do the evaluation.
And don't forget the eval is how you get your stipend for the program. So do the
Yeah, I
evaluation.
have noticed that not everyone is doing it. We had a full house last week, but only a few did the evaluation. So please make sure that you do this so Miss Raina can um, provide you what you are
And you can
owed.
do them for the past ones. So what we do is we basically look at the surveys, and that's how you get paid. So if you missed the last week, you can still do it because we haven't got paid for that one yet.
Okay. And after you're done with the evaluation, you can log off. Thank you again for participating in Workforce Wednesday. Next week, we will be here for the last one of this session.